It's IBC 2023 and we're on the Rohde Schwarz stand and I'm joined by Aziz. Hi Aziz, how are you?
Hey, thanks.
So we're at a broadcast show and you're talking about 5G broadcast. So tell us why the media industry should be firstly interested and secondly engaged in this technology.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, the media industry, that includes the contribution part and the distribution part of it, are looking into a future which is having a sustainable business, of course, in the future. And 5G broadcast is a keyword in this overall dilemma. And when it comes to broadcasters, for example, broadcast operators, to secure their frequency for the future, they need to look for new technologies to be potentially deployed and that addresses new business models. Apart from having the traditional broadcast like 24/7 TV distribution and radio, and that implies introducing a new mechanism to address other type of devices other than the fixed reception that includes mobile reception like smartphones, tablets, even wearable devices,
Right.
and in the far future also automotive sector. So that broaden their business vision for the future, and 5G broadcast is one of the main candidates to be addressed by the broadcasting industry. It has a certain level of efficiency. It has a lot of promises, specifically when you look at that currently 5G is already implemented in the mobile devices. So 5G broadcast would be like a delta on top of the already existing devices in the pocket of everyone. Now we are talking about more than 5 billion smartphones in the market. That's a huge number. And that broadcasters are not will not only address households, even though these are millions of households, but they will address dozens or even hundreds of millions of smartphones. Look, think of it only from an advertisement perspective. That will be a huge revenue stream and also sustainable. And another element for 5G broadcast is carbon footprint.
Yeah.
To have not only a sustainable business but a green solution in the future to reduce carbon footprints while streaming. This is another key.
And how does 5G broadcast help with that sustainability?
5G broadcast is the nice thing out of it is a mixture between broadcast and broadband, so cellular. Broadband because it has been inspired primarily from 3GPP, from mobile systems, that you can use more or less the same technology and implemented nowadays in the smartphones. And the broadcast is that you can use the existent high power, high tower infrastructure. So the normal DTV infrastructure we have today can be literally upgraded into 5G broadcast.
Right, okay.
And of course the DTV infrastructure is already a green solution. So it's basically bringing the best of the two worlds together in one pocket.
So Aziz, what are the next steps needed to make this 5G broadcast reality?
That's another good question. Important is to address three main elements. The first one is the market readiness, to look and to find out that the market is really ready to decouple itself from the existing traditional way of thinking, way of making business also. And why not looking into the far future and enhancing the regulations, so to optimize the spectrum usage, to make the infrastructure much more dynamic and so on. This is market readiness. Then the second element, which is I think very important to consider, is the market traction. Because you can have a market readiness, but it is limited only to few small broadcasters or only to one broadcaster in one country. But that is not helpful because the traction should be bigger enough in order to go in the third element, which is scaling. When it comes to mobile devices, scaling is a key element to make a technology successful, because we don't talk about, as I mentioned, not talk about a few thousands or hundreds of thousands of devices. We talk about hundreds of millions and even billions of devices. And only then we can talk about a sustainable business and a win-to-win situation between broadcast industry and the new partners coming in terms of silicon partners, in terms of OEMs who are providing smartphones and so on and so on.
Yeah. So you're at IBC. Who are you looking to engage with here and speak to about this?
Yeah, definitely we are engaging anyway with our partners. We have selected partners where we think the starting point is very, very crucial and very important and very helpful for all of us. These partners are primarily coming from Europe because the technology emerged primarily in Europe because there was a need and there is still a need for that. There are also other markets where 5G broadcast is making sense and gaining more traction. This is like China, like India, also in Latin America, like Brazil, for instance. But all of this traction together is helping building the bigger picture, so that when we address a technology, we are not addressing a regional technology, but we are aiming at a universal technology that helps everybody jump into the train and enhances competitiveness.
And we've got your partners up here on the wall as well, haven't we, who you're working with?
Exactly. These are the partners that we are working with, who are close enough to deciding on rolling out already the technology in the countries with a concrete timeline.
Fantastic. Aziz, thank you very much indeed. It's a pleasure talking to you. So people can come to Hall 7 and see you here at the show.
Definitely.
If they're not in Amsterdam, where can they find out more information?
Well, I'm based out of Munich, working with Rohde Schwarz, but I have all the team together with me, so they can reach out to us via our marketing team, and we'd be glad to help them for sure.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Do check out their website, find out everything you want to know about 5G broadcast on there, and for everything else we're doing at IBC, check out kitplus.com.
Thank you very much.